Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing One Piece Manga Chapter 989. The title is It Doesn't Feel Like We're Going to Lose. So today the cover story is again the continuation of Pound from the last week. Today he's showing the picture that he has of Lola and Chiffon when they were just infants in a bed. That he always has it in his locket. So hopefully this is finally proof for Lola and Chiffon to recognize him as his father and his misery. Okay, so back to the story. During the last chapter, it was shown that Frankie had ride over his bike on Big Mom's face and brought her down, which I thought is incredible. And at the start of this chapter, we can see that Big Mom is on the floor and Frankie was like just casually driving his bike over, and everybody was like, wow, you're so cool. Big Mom just got run over by a bike and she's gonna lose it soon. Let's get away. So I thought that was cool. And meanwhile, we can see that other people are fighting, like Jinbei and Robin were preparing to attack Big Mom if she gets up, and they're going to tag team together. And meanwhile, Nami is tagging along with Frankie and thought that he was very cool. And you can see Carrot in the background. So this is actually a way to set up Luffy to be able to move on to the next battlefield and get away from Big Mom, basically. So he was saying like, that's a relief, you can always count on Frankie. And he continues to move on. And then he spots Shinobu carrying Momonosuke and running away from none other than Yamato. Because she thought it's Kaido's son, so it's an enemy. So Luffy was telling her that this is not an enemy, it's a friend. Then I thought it was very funny that Yamato was shouting, Momonosuke, I'm Odin, I'll protect you. And the face of Shinobu and Momonosuke was like, what the heck are you talking about? And so Luffy continues on, and then he moved to the next place. And then we're back to the Big Mom's page, and Big Mom finally get up. She is super pissed off because one by one from Straw Hat Crew keeps beating her and shaming her. So people are shouting like, she's about to go on a rampage, get as far as you can. After that, Big Mom spotted Soul King. And then she also spotted Frankie, and she was like, wow, your crew is really full of creatures that I want for my collection. And Frankie was like, are you interested in my steel body? You can call me Frankie. I'm a cyborg. But it won't be so easy to capture me because I'm strong. And Nami was like freaking out because like basically she's a Yonko and Frankie is basically challenging her. And Frankie showed the kind of dialogue that Zoro has said before during the encounter with Bartholomew. And he was saying that, you think we are running just because she's a Yonko? And he was reminding Nami that our captain is the man who is going to be the Pirate King. And so he prepared to shoot the radical beam towards Big Mom, and at that time, something else distracted them. And when they looked back, they saw the numbers finally showing up. So there were at least 3 that is visible, and they are absolutely huge. And everybody was like, who are these people? And then Frankie was saying like, it reminded me of the Trail Bug because they faced Ors at the time, who is also equally as huge. So Big Mom also noticed that, and she was saying that she gave some background information about these numbers. So basically, these are the failures from the experiments where Kaido was trying to recreate the ancient giant race, and it was in a punk hazard, and he brought them over to his crew. And then Frankie noticed that there's something in one of the monsters' hand, and which is basically his brachial tank, where Usopp and Chopper are inside. So he pointed his reticle beam towards the numbers instead and shoot it so that he would drop it. And then Big Mom took advantage of that and suddenly came behind Frankie and almost going to hit him. And at the right time, Jimmy came in, do a shoulder throw to Big Mom, and then Robin continued by rolling Big Mom over and over. And so I thought that was a pretty neat combo, although it's a bit funny that Yonko like Big Mom get beaten down so easily like that. And everyone somehow seems to be surprised that Jinbei is there. And then we move on to the next scene where Frankie was trying to call Usopp and Chopper inside the tank. And it seems that Usopp is already knocked out and Chopper is there trying to attend to him. And Chopper picked it up, and then Frankie was telling them it's time for docking. And suddenly Usopp came up with the stars in his eyes together with Chopper. So I thought it was funny. And then we move on to the Queen's scene, where Luffy's finally there and Queen finally spot him. And then Luffy was looking up the sky and he saw the hole at the top, so he thought that, oh, he can finally go to Kaido. And meanwhile, Zoro was also happened to be there and he spotted Luffy. So he said, okay, let me go with you, totally ignoring Queen at the side. Queen was like, hey, wait. And then as they try to jump up to the hole at the sky, Queen transformed into his dinosaur form and tried to bite them, which he managed to do so easily. And it seems that King, along with a lot of other wing users, were flying down from the sky. So it's not going to be so easy to get up there and join the rest of the Red Scabbards in fighting Kaido. And meanwhile, we move back to the scene with Frankie, where he's trying to do a docking of the robot. And then we can see that Sanji is finally getting up. It seems that he didn't really take a lot of damage because of the raid suit, and he was surprised that this raid suit is so durable. And then we see that Hyogoro and along with his men are saying, like, although they are like enemies as far as eyes can see, it doesn't really feel like they are going to lose. And after that, we get a very nice shot of the whole Straw Hat crew finally together. And Luffy was like, I'm going up there to send Kaido flying. And the rest of the guys, I'll leave it to you guys. So everybody was like, you gotta leave it to us. So it finally shows a team dynamic where Luffy is going to fight Kaido and the rest of the crew will be fighting King, Queen, Numbers, and the Flying Six. So next week is going to be very interesting. And luckily for us, there's no break next week.